Sova Health has the heart care you need to stay healthy. As a Duke Health affiliate in heart care, they are backed by the latest Duke guidelines and research, providing our community with enhanced quality health care. Whether it's cardiac screening or emergency heart care at their accredited chest pain center, they provide quality treatment close to home. Sova Health, heart care to live your healthiest life. Visit online at sovahealth.com/heart.
And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III, joined by my partner Shane Mickle, as we get ready for today's matchup between the Averett University Cougars and the Wittenberg University team here as women's lacrosse non-conference for ODAC. Averett comes into this one at 0-1, and Wittenberg comes into this one at 2-0. So we're going to send it down to public address announcer Drew Wilson for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
And now let's meet and greet the starters for your Averett University Cougars. A freshman from Nottingham, Pennsylvania, number 1, Ava Suchak. A freshman from Urbana, Finland, number 2, Emma Lakander.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas III, joined by Shane Mickle for today's game between Averett University and Wittenberg University Tigers. And Shane, what are you most excited for this game as Averett gets ready for their second home game of the season?
So, yeah, the Averett University Cougars 0-1 on the year so far, and the Wittenberg Tigers being 2-0. Teams hungry early on in the year as Wittenberg has dropped 40 goals so far within their 2 games while allowing 8. The Cougars lost to Piedmont 15-4, so the Cougars are hungry to get on that score sheet, and Wittenberg is looking to keep the form that they've had early on in the 2024 season. 3 goals out of Faith Bolin for the Cougars, so she's showing that leadership now, stepping into that junior role. Has a lot on her back, trying to show these younger players this type of style that the Cougars like to run with.
Yeah, 100%, Shane. And, I was lucky enough to sit down with Coach Earls before the season started, and I asked her, losing Elizabeth Peasley, the all-time leading goal scorer in women's lacrosse, who's going to step up and be that leader? And she mentioned Faith Bolin as one of those players to look for. And, like you talked about, too, the Tigers obviously just coming in here red hot, so should be a good one for sure. As we get ready here for the first face-off in a cloudy Danville, Virginia, 57 degrees on the field and rain expected for a little bit later in the game. It's held off so far.
Yeah, see if those conditions come to play a factor on the turf.
Yep, we will see.
Be a ball on the field to start the game, so already off to a hot start here.
There is Faith Bolin already putting in work before the game even starts, so Averett will be in their navy uniforms and the Tigers will be in white.
Wittenberg University out of Springfield, Ohio, coming here to Danville, Virginia. So definitely hungry here in this matchup after the long drive.
First face-off here. You'll see on the field there Gracie Keene getting us going for today's matchup. Cougars and Tigers underway. That'll be Faith Bolin moving it across the left side of the field. We are underway here in Danville, Virginia, and hopefully the weather, like we talked about, Shane, holds off because that weather could play a factor as we go into this game.
Yeah, no pun intended, Heaney, but the Cougars getting their feet wet here, a little bit of passing around.
Oh, that's going to be number 14, Kate Cashman. Moving it around here for the Cougars. Emma Miller getting involved as well.
A lot of ball movement around the goal. Creating some commotion here are the Cougars on offense.
Yep, there is Kate Cashman back over to Faith Bolin. Bolin moves inside. Looked like she was going to take a shot. She's going to try to move it back into the crease. It's going to be loose and still loose and moving around, and the Cougars are going to score. That was a pretty funky goal there. I'm not quite sure who scored it, but it got in right past Reckley there, and the Cougars are up 1-0.
Yeah, ball's bouncing around right in front of the goal. A lot of dangerous area there for the Tigers, and the Cougars somehow walk away with the goal. It looks like number 15, Gracie Keene, is going to pick it up there, her first collegiate goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a tough break there for Gabriella Reckley there. I mean, just ball bouncing around. It looked like a ground ball, and then it looked like she had it on her stick, and then like you talked about there, Keene is able to put it in. So the Cougars with a hot start just 1 minute into the game here. We'll have another face-off here with Gracie Keene at midfield. And the Cougars, it's a pretty important part of this game, right, Shane? I mean, you got a team coming in from Ohio, and I feel like starting fast is going to be a big deal for a team that's outscored their opponents 40-8 so far.
Yeah, definitely going to be a little bit, as there's a trip right there, but definitely going to be a little bit to have to work with after allowing that goal to go in so easily. Now the Wittenberg Tigers allowing 9 goals on the year.
Let's see here. It looks like the Tigers are going to keep possession, as you see. Rentore. And now they will move it up past half field here, and that's going to be Stagger. Stagger moving it inside the Cougars defense, but she's cut off there nicely. Good defense.
Yeah, teammate grade definitely went up on that one and stopping the fast break there of the Tigers.
Exactly. There is Kate Cashman getting involved on defense, and now a little change of possession. Going to whistle, though, and this one's going to stay with the Cougars. Cashman, the freshman out of Salisbury, Maryland. So
good move by Keene there, being able to lose the defender, not able to find the pass, though, to Torre.
Yep, and this one's going to go back over towards the goalie. Some tight defense here by the Cougars early on, and definitely something that Coach Erin Murphy now in her second season wants to see. Just want to go back to the Cougars and Kate Cashman now possessing the ball and getting it over to number 12, Portia Davis.
Cougars doing a good job of applying pressure on the Tigers here early as Bolin with the ball.
Yeah, I mentioned Portia Davis as well, one of the few seniors on this team, a young team at that. And here comes Cashman all the way inside, puts up a shot, and it's going to be saved. And back the other way we go with the Tigers.
Yeah, Heaney, like you were just mentioning, people like Davis and Bolin and Romero, they've been on the team for years. Watch Peasley. Also had great years and careers so far themselves, but with Peasley here, just being overshadowed by that record and the record holder that is Peasley.
Yep, and now here comes a shot inside, and it's going to be blocked, looked like by Joblin there, goalie out of Hopewell Junction, New York.
But yeah, those three Cougars, they definitely did a good job fitting the role of the team in the past couple years, but now have to step up.
Yeah, exactly, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty shot here for the Tigers. And a big chance here early for Kaylee Joblin to come up with a big save and keep this game at 1-0. So inside here comes a shot and the score there by the Tigers. That was Jessie Flick, the senior out of Laban, Ohio, getting it in on the penalty shot. And now we're all knotted up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, not much for Joblin to be able to do with that. The penalty shot creates some adversity for her in net. So now we're going to be even here in the matchup.
Yeah, but backtracking a little bit to what you were saying, too, about the upperclassmen here for the Cougars. And, you know, it's an interesting situation, like you talked about, to be on a team with Elizabeth Peasley, you know, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, you know, D3 women's lacrosse players of all time. And now she's gone, and now you have to kind of step up. And so it'll be an interesting challenge for the Cougars, especially like you talked about, you know, Faith Bolin and Portia Davis, some of those upperclassmen. So
yeah, still very early on in this year. So it's going to be exciting to watch the Cougars adapt to the 2024 season.
Yep, and so this face-off is going to be still loose, ground ball. And it looks like Cashman's going to have a play on it. And she will. Kate Cashman running now all the way towards the 20-yard line, and she's decked by number 7 there, Alyssa Burnside, towards the 15-yard line. Looks like we're going to stay here with the Cougars, though.
Looks like Burnside's going to come off of the field there for a penalty.
Yep. Yeah, that was a tough hit there. Like a cross-check or something. But regardless, the Cougars have possession now and a chance to possibly take the lead. Faith Bolin. Clock is running, or shot clock, I should say, is now, yes, the shot clock now resets to 90. And now ready to go. So Faith Bolin now with the ball around the 15-yard line, moves it inside, switches to the left hand. Tries to get a pass inside to number 15 there. That was Gracie Keene, but couldn't connect.
Bolin doing excellent on the defensive effort there. Almost picking up possession for her team.
Yeah, and Bolin's obviously an amazing scorer for the Cougars, but don't sleep on her defense as well, like you talked about there. I mean, she plays hard on both ends of the field. We're going to get a tying shoe timeout here. It's a long tie right there, Shane, huh?
Yeah, it's been a minute now that you mention it. You know, maybe it was worth stopping the clock.
Yeah, that might have been a really loose shoe. We got to make sure everybody's safe, and now we're ready to go here. So Tigers will regain possession here as now we're all tied up following the Jessica Flick goal. But now it's going to be a turnover, and the Cougars are going to run it back. Here comes Bolin, and she'll slow it up. Get Back over to Cashman. Cashman moves it inside towards the crease, and it's going to be a whistle, and it looks like we're going to flip sides over towards the Tigers.
Not a bad effort there from the Cougars, just trying to get their feet wet on the offensive end, only 5 minutes into the game.
So moving it back over here, and little drop there. It's number 12, Margaret Pickrell. Tigers do a nice job of evading the Cougars' defense and now pushing it inside towards the 25-yard line. A hard time getting on their sticks, though, as this one's going to be pushed back inside with Aubrey Stagger.
Tigers trying to push it on the offensive end here now.
That's a roller back in towards the back of the net with Sophia Meek.
One of the longest Tiger possessions here.
Yeah.
On offense. See what they're cooking up. 40 goals on the season, not for no reason.
That pass goes awry past the stick of Pickrell, and Cougars are trying to pick it up. It's going to be fought with Stagger. Stagger gets it, though. 33 seconds on the shot clock. As you see Roller moving it inside, might have a shot against Joblin if she wants it. She's going to put it up, and it's going to go over the head of Joblin and into the net. And a Roller, the sophomore out of New Albany, Ohio, puts it in, and now the Tigers lead 2-1.
Yeah, Tigers' 41st goal on the season for them, and you see why. Keeping possession there in front of the net and then getting the shot off right over the head of Joblin. Great accuracy on the shot from the Tigers. Finding the second goal for themselves here early on.
Yeah, a lot of the possessions, those ground balls are so important, Shane. And we saw, Roller was fighting for it there with Cashman, and, the Tigers regain possession, and then they score a goal. So, those ground balls are super, super important.
Yeah, see how the Cougars adapt here, now being down in the matchup for the first time.
Yep, Tigers now have their first lead after the Keene goal put the Cougars up in the first minute of the game, and now 2-1, but still 9 minutes to go in this one, as this face-off is going to be fought for and won by the Tigers. And now they're going to run a fast break, moving it past towards the 20-yard line. There's a Roller.
Tigers once again on the offensive end. Allowing them to have possession is a scary sight if you're on that Cougar defense.
Yeah, and they just keep moving a little bit closer and closer now. Cougars got to tighten up their defenses. That's a nice play right there. Let's see if they can get it back. Still loose, and going to get a whistle as that ball was in midair as number 25, Caden Holsworth, was fighting for it. But she'll get it and pass it over to Joblin now and possibly start a Cougars possession and maybe tie this game up.
Good job, though, by Holsworth being able to stop that Tiger offensive attack, but now once again on the attack.
Yep, Tigers now get it back, and a little bit sloppy play here as this one is going to be picked up here by the Cougars, and Holdsworth running past the 30-yard line and finds a Cougar there. Tight defense here by the Tigers, not allowing the Cougars to get it into their own zone, and now it's loose and picked up. So great defense there by the Tigers, and now they're running a fast break.
Yeah, Torre trying to make something out of nothing on that effort, but might have cost her team here.
Yeah, Brent Torre was being swarmed, loses the ball, and now another offensive possession here for Wittenberg. Back over to Alyssa Burnside, and over to Cransow. Ooh, nice spin move there, but good defense by the Cougars as see ball is still loose, trying to pick it up. Now Tigers get it. That's Burnside again. Shot clock resets, so a fresh 90 for him.
So close to the goal here on that effort.
Yep, that was a nice setup there by the Tigers, but shot goes a little bit wide. They'll keep possession, though, and what's been a really good possession, 64 seconds left on the shot clock. They're actually going to reset the play clock to 77 seconds now, so little bit more extra time for Wittenberg to possibly create some chaos here. And another whistle to stop play, so a little shot clock malfunction there. Now we're set to go and ready for action, and Kaylee Joblin has a big test in front of her right here as the Tigers just keep moving closer and closer towards the net. And over to Burnside.
Tigers once again on the attack. It's been very rapid from them so far.
Trying to connect on a pass to Sophia Meek, but it gets by her, and she's able to run back and pick it up. Crass now being pretty patient here, not really getting it inside the crease, as this one is going to be loose and picked up by the Tigers. 40 seconds left on the shot clock. Back over to Raymond. Burnside. Crass now, good defense here by the Cougars, not allowing anything inside, but now they get inside and put up the shot and score. So little announcer's jinx there as splits the defense and gets it up. And now the Tigers lead 3-1.
What a run there by the Tigers. And number 11, that's going to be Flick for the Tigers, picking up a goal.
Yep, Jessica Flick, her second goal of the afternoon. And this is a little bit dangerous territory here for the Cougars, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout, Shane.
We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network after the break.
Is inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III, joined by Shane Mickle as we continue the first quarter of play between Averett University and Wittenberg Tigers. Tigers lead this one 3-1 at the 6:18 mark, and we are ready to get back into play after the Averett timeout.
Cougars did a good job early on in the matchup getting a goal on the board, but the Tigers have taken 3 unanswered on this Cougar squad, so see how the Cougars adapt.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us after that timeout, Gracie Keene led us off with a goal at the 14:03 mark, and then following that, we had a goal by Roller and then Flick with 2 goals of her own. So Flick now 1 goal away from a hat trick, and the Tigers up by 2. So here we go with under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Averett looking for an answer. It's a critical part in the game, down by 2. The next goal could be deciding here. I mean, being down 4-1 or being down 3-2 is a pretty big difference. So Averett looking for that second goal here to tighten the game up.
Cougars now trying to get something going on the offensive end.
A little fast break here for the Tigers. 3 Cougars in pursuit, and that one's going to be a nice pass to get past Romeo there. Now here comes Roller inside, spin move, shot is up, and my goodness, what a shot there by Anna Roller for the 4th goal of the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, another little example of the commentator's curse as we were just talking about that 4-1 lead as the Tigers put together a little bit of offensive play there and get one on the board, now going up to 4-1 against the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Anna Roller a lot of credit there on that shot. I mean, she took on about 3 or 4 Cougars in the crease, took a nice spin move, and got the stick up and the leverage over all the defenders and was able to put it over Joblin. So 4-1 now for the Cougars at the 5:13 mark in the first quarter. And I touched on it just a few moments ago, but again, critical times here. Don't want to get into a hole deep that you can't come out of. And right now it's still very early in this game, but the Cougars definitely got to get some momentum back. And the face-off here is going to be hit up in towards the air and corralled by Cashman. Cashman now trying to get it into Bolin, but scooped up there by Holdsworth.
Yeah, flooded by Tigers there on that effort, but now Cougars with a little bit of open space.
Holdsworth looking to do something here at the 15-yard line. Back over to Bolin. Bolin looking for a shot possibly, but she's triple teamed and tries to get it inside towards the crease, but to no avail. Cougars still keeping possession here, though, with Gracie Keene now looking for her second goal of the game. She had the lone Cougars goal 1 minute into the game here in the first quarter.
Yeah, picking up her first collegiate goal, so exciting day for her. Definitely want to tack a couple more on and help your squad here.
Yep, for sure. Now moving it inside is number 14, Kate Cashman, but that shot goes wide left. Cougars keeping possession here with just 36 seconds left on the shot clock, down by 3 goals. Passed inside to Faith Bolin. Bolin, again, double-teamed there as she tries to move inside. Fights through it, and a nice save there. Directly there, getting the save and keeps the Cougars at 1.
Bolin, almost like the point guard of this team. Offense runs through her. Everyone kind of looks for her for leadership as well. So see what she's able to do here in the rest of the matchup.
Yeah, she's definitely playing that role that Elizabeth Peasley had for all those years during her career, and now it's her turn. So definitely the point guard, like you said, Shane, if you will, of this Cougars squad. But right now the Tigers trying to move it inside and possibly get another goal. Back up top to Flick, Jessica Flick looking for a hat trick possibly. A nice pass inside and good defense though by the Cougars. Still loose though, and Roller now fighting for it with Joblin. That's also number 19, Romero there. Tigers getting a lot of good opportunities here, Shane. This does not look good for the Cougars, but better defense there.
Cougars do a pretty good job there of corralling the Tigers' attack, but looks like a penalty is going to be called.
Yeah, you just had the feeling there that either a penalty was going to be called or a shot on net was going to happen, and now we're going to have a penalty shot here. It looks like Maddie Krasnow. Excuse me, that's Alyssa Burnside there, putting up the shot and putting up the goal. 5 goals now for the Tigers in the first quarter. Alyssa Burnside getting involved as well. Sophomore out of Galloway, Ohio, extends the lead to 4. Tough start here for the Cougars, Shane.
Yeah, as Joblin will be subbed out here for the backup goalie, going to be number 25 for the Cougars, Kylie McHortner, making her first appearance here in a Cougar uniform.
Yep, so Kylie McWhortner coming into this one. The freshman, like you talked about there, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, coming in for the Cougs. And Got to find some momentum here in the first quarter of play. Still a lot of time left in this one, 4 quarters, but right now a 5-0 run by the Tigers. And this young Cougars team is back on their heels. And the face-off here is going to go up and chased down by Cashman. And we're down 5-1 if you're just joining us. Started off the game in the first quarter with a goal, and since then it's been all Tigers. Combination of a lot of different players. Roller getting involved. Burnside on that last goal.
So 2:11 here left in the first quarter, and the Tigers are up by a score 5-1. Cougars facing a lot of adversity.
Yep, a lot of adversity indeed, and the Cougars come into this one 0-1, dropping their first game at home, and now an opportunity for the Tigers again, and that one is going to go up. A nice save there by McWhortner, the freshman, getting her first collegiate save there. Tigers keep possession though. Alyssa Burnside, as you saw, put up her first goal of the afternoon just a few moments ago.
Tigers look comfortable and calm around the net with the lead they have.
Trying to get a nice pass inside there, but it's going to be dropped and picked back up by Maddie Krasnow. To the 20-yard line here. Here comes Jessica Flick looking for a hat trick, and there it is. Jessica Flick with 3 in the first quarter of play. The senior, 6-1 Tigers now, and the Cougars just have no answer for this onslaught from the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers keeping pace with their name. 46 goals on the season now for them. So big offensive squad here, doing well on all cylinders. Defense getting the job done of keeping these Cougars quiet here in the first quarter.
Curious to see here. Only 1:17 left in the quarter, so obviously Coach Murphy not going to call timeout, but definitely the discussion after the first quarter will be crucial. Trying to rally the team back here, and still plenty of time to go, but you talked about there, I mean, Wittenberg is a team that scores a lot of goals, and right now 6 goals in the first quarter, so might have to try to get into a shootout here. Got to start getting the offense going for sure. A lot of time, though. So this one's going to go up and corralled there by Kate Cashman. Wittenberg looking to improve to 3-0 as they made the long trip from Ohio, like you talked about, down to Danville. The Cougars trying to protect the Ville and get their first win. 70 seconds on the shot clock here, and Inafu now passing it back over to Bolin. Cougars with 47 seconds on the clock.
Cougars able to hold this one and potentially get a goal going into the second quarter, build some momentum here.
Moving it back inside, and it's going to be dropped, but picked back up by the Cougars. 32 seconds in the first quarter, 43 on the shot clock, so not an issue there. Cougars trying, this is a big possession here, Shane, trying to get a goal before the intermission. Bolin now moves inside, puts up the shot, and a great save there. Wow. Reckley there, getting it done in a big-time moment with just 15 or 20 seconds left on the game clock. Now Wittenberg can hold if they want and just let the clock run out and the air horn sound. And that is exactly what they do. 6-1 lead here for Wittenberg Tigers. Cougars down by 5 as we head into the break. We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network for the second quarter after the break.
Averett University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
Sova Health has the heart care you need to stay healthy. As a Duke Health affiliate in heart care, they are backed by the latest Duke guidelines and research, providing our community with enhanced quality health care. Whether it's cardiac screening or emergency heart care at their accredited chest pain center, they provide quality treatment close to home. Sova Health, heart care to live your healthiest life. Visit online at sovahealth.com/heart.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III, joined by Shane Mickle, as we get ready for the second quarter play between the Cougars and the Tigers. The first quarter was all Tigers 6-1 lead as Cougars look to flip the script.
Yeah, Tigers ran away with that first quarter here. See if the Cougars can bounce back in the second as we flip sides. So a little bit of a new view here for the Cougar offense.
Yep, possibly a change of scenery, if you will, and Cougars will go the other way now on the right side of your screen, and the Tigers will be attacking on the left side. So second quarter face-off here, and see if the Cougars can cut into this lead a little bit before halftime and get right back into it. Still plenty of game left, and face-off whistle, and it'll go over to the Cougars. And number 14 there, Kate Cashman. Sprinting down the field here, and excuse me, I'm confused. That's not the Cougars, that's the Tigers. As we flip sides here on the left, Tigers moving it around. New goalie in net. If you're just joining us, Kaylee Joblin gave way to the freshman Kylie McWhorter. Ball's going to be dropped and picked up there by Alyssa Burnside.
Averett University men's lacrosse team letting her have it there after that.
Moving it inside here, and another shot, and another good save there by Kylie McWhorter.
Cougars now on a fast break here, ran by Faith Bolin.
Bolin with a full head of steam as she splits the defense, and a whistle and a penalty there on the Tigers. So Bolin there showing off the speed. Cougars keeping possession here following that penalty. Get it right back over to Cashman, over to Gracie Keene. Goalie for the Tigers, Gabriella Reckley there, has just been terrific so far in this one, despite giving up that first goal. A couple of really nice saves. Cougars have had some pretty good chances, but haven't been able to find the back of the net since then, and trying to do it here as Bolin loses the handle. And a whistle. And it's going to go back here to the Tigers. Pushing the issue now is number 7, Alyssa Burnside. But it's going to be turned over and picked back up by the Cougars and Rentorre.
Cougars seem to be playing with a little bit more energy here in the second quarter.
Yep, and you touched on it also, the men's lacrosse team coming out and supporting the Cougars. Pretty good crowd for a spring break game for sure. Trying to rally their team back into this one. Senior Portia Davis in control of the ball, defenseman for the Cougars. And she's going to be guarded tightly there by Jessica Flick, who has a hat trick in this game. 3 of the 6 goals by the Tigers. Back over to Faith Bolin. Bolin loses it but gets it right back, racing towards the 20-yard line, splitting the defense. But she's met by 3 defenders there, and
trying to do it on her own here is Bolin, but going to lay the pass off.
A one-man army there for Faith Bolin. This one's going to be moved inside towards the crease, and it's going to be a turnover picked up there by the Tigers. Ball's still loose, though. Cougars have a chance to get it, and they might. Let's see. Yeah, they do. That's number 25, Caden Holdsworth, keeping the possession alive for the Cougars. Fresh shot clock as well. Ooh, good opportunity there by Kate Cashman. And the ball just bouncing all over Daly Field right now. Still no rain, as we talked about during the pregame. It's about a 90% chance at 2 o'clock, and so far, nothing yet. See Aubrey Stagger passing back over to Wise. Kranz now and over to Roller. Roller with a goal already in this game, getting swarmed by the Cougars. It's going to be loose and picked up there by a Tiger. That's number 18, Raymond.
Tigers now with an opportunity to reset on offense here.
And reset they do, and that's a heavy hit there by Kate Cashman. And that will draw a penalty, and so she'll head towards the sideline. We're going to have a shot for the Tigers and a really good opportunity here and a big-time test for the freshman Kylie McWhorter, who's been terrific ever since entering the game.
See what the refs are going to decide here after that.
Yeah, and Kate Cashman, the freshman out of Maryland, is going to head towards the penalty table here. And it's a cross-check there on Kate Cashman for 2 minutes, so she'll take a seat, and the Tigers will have a great opportunity here to extend their lead, which has already been pretty lengthy here, 6-1 at the 11:21 mark, but an opportunity to grow it. See if McWhorter has anything else to say here. This one's going to be put up, and the save. So Kylie McWhorter has come in here and done a job for this Cougar squad.
Yeah, keeping them in this matchup here, as many shots have gone and saved by McWhorter, the freshman.
Get a whistle here, and the ball on the stick of Portia Davis. Davis started to run, but the referee wants her to come right back towards the 20-yard line and do it all over again. It's going to be Wise getting the yellow card there for 2 minutes for the Tigers. So the penalty table there is getting full. Fresh 90 seconds on the shot clock for Averett, and now we're ready to get back into action with Portia Davis. Running all the way down the field past the 50-yard line and giving way to Torrey, but can't pick it up, and now it's loose. She's swarmed there by Stagger and Roller. Takes a hit, but gets right back up, and the Cougars have possession here. Just trying to get some sort of offense going. Gracie Keene holding the Cougars' lone goal up to this point with possession of the ball, getting it back over towards the 10-yard line. Torrey there, moving it inside. Good opportunity here for the Cougars. Bolin now. Good defense by the Tigers. 44 seconds left on the shot clock.
Cougars trying to get something on the board here in the first 5 minutes of the matchup.
Ooh, there was a good chance right there, Shane, right on cue. But it goes a little bit wide left.
Yeah, definitely wanted to see that one go in the back of the net if you're a Cougar fan.
So we're going to get a whistle here, and a lot of stoppages in play. 60 seconds with the shot clock and 9:46 left in the first half. It's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, Tigers 6 straight unanswered, but the Cougars now with possession and a couple good opportunities. And that pass by Holdsworth goes a little bit over the head of Emma Miller. So the Cougars lose possession, and that's a tough possession to spoil right there, especially with the score being the way it is and a couple good opportunities. But Miller here is fighting for it, and it's going to be picked up there by McKee. Ireland now, the Cougars are almost doing a full court press from my basketball people. They get it back over to Emma Miller. Miller passes it inside to Bolin.
Cougars offense trying to figure something out here with the advantage.
These passes just aren't connecting right now, Shane. A couple of good opportunities, but keep going awry, and Cougars lose possession. 2 tough opportunities there towards the net, and Averett's got to find a way to get some more shots on net. Having a lot of time on the right side of the field, but got to try the goalie a little bit as well. A double team coming in here, and skates out of pressure is Haley Pittman. Pittman swarmed by Bolin and Holdsworth there. So now Pittman now will pass it back over behind the net. That's Sophia Meek. Meek and over end.
Looking for something in the inside, can't find it.
Yep, Cougars do a good job there at cutting off the passing lanes, protecting their goalie there. That's Pickrell. Back over to number 11, Jessica Flick. 3 goals in this one, looking for more. Can she get 4? And it's going to be dropped, picked back up. No possession yet. And now Alyssa Burnside will corral it. 30 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Tigers. And a pass back up to Jessica Flick. Flick surveys the defense. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Pressured hard there. Spin moves out of it. Takes a lick there from a couple of Cougar defenders, but going to get a whistle. Let's see what the call is. And it looks like Flick is going to have a golden opportunity here from the 10-yard line to possibly put one in. And another big test here for Kylie McWhorter. McWhorter looking into the eye of Jessica Flick.
Yeah, an opportunity for Flick to get one more on the board here for herself.
And she puts it up, but again is met by McWhorter. And you got to give a lot of credit to the freshman right now, Shane. I mean, she came in and she's just done a phenomenal job for the Cougars in the second quarter here.
Yeah, the score of this game would be a lot different without her in net.
This one is going to be moved inside, and a good opportunity, but a nice shot there and save by Reckley again. Just been a wall in front of that net for the Tigers, but Miller's pressuring, and now possibly an empty net opportunity, and it goes out of play. But Emma Miller swarming the full court press there. Fresh 90 seconds on the clock for the Cougars as we just dip under 6 minutes here at Daly Field. Tigers up 6-1.
Cougars definitely want to be able to get a goal or two on the board before halftime hits. Make this deficit a little less for themselves.
And there it is.
On command there, the Cougars find a goal.
I give you credit for that one, Shane. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, commentators' curses all around here today in Danville, Virginia.
No, we just got to start speaking like they're going to score 6 goals now in a row as the Cougars get the one there. Big-time goal, cuts the lead down to 6-2, and still plenty of time in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, you saw the raw emotion from the Cougars there after they scored that one, so definitely want to be able to keep that up and keep the energy going.
Yep, the vibes are high after that goal, and the Cougars hadn't scored since the first quarter at the 14:03 mark, so it's been a while. But they get one right there and cut it to 4. We'll have another face-off for you right here. The Tigers looking for an answer. It hasn't been for a lack of opportunities for sure for Averett. They've had a lot of time of possession on the right side, but Reckley has been a wall, but not right there as the Cougars are able to get a goal. So we'll have another face-off for you right here, and won by Holdsworth, throwing it back over to Bolin, and now Cougars with a little bit of momentum, trying to cut the lead to 3. Pushing it inside here, Holdsworth. Following the goal by Minifu. A lot of cutting action inside the crease there, and shot is up and saved by Reckley. Spin move there by Wise. Shot of the penalty box, and this one is going to be penalty table, excuse me, for my hockey people. I know you'll appreciate that. As we move it in towards the 50-yard line with number 15, Gracie Keene, swarmed, to say the least, by 5 different defenders there.
Keene does a good job to keep possession there for her squad and keep the attack going.
Yep, she'll have the ball at the 40-yard line and pressed heavily there by Flick. Flick trying to find Tori, but it's going to be picked up there by Bolin. Trying to set a screen there for Bolin, but unsuccessful. She's going to run all the way back behind the net. Look for a pass inside, but they can't connect, and that ball is going to go all the way down towards the 25-yard line, but picked up. Possession saved. No fresh shot clock. 50 seconds.
Another penalty will be called here against the Tigers, giving us a stop in play.
Yeah, that looks like they're going to get Maddie Crass now, the freshman, to sit near the penalty box table. As the Cougars now have the ball around the 30-yard line. Two-minute penalty there for the Tigers, and now the Cougars with a nice chance to cut into this lead more. This has been a good second quarter for Averett.
Yeah, not allowing the Tigers to do much on the offense while creating a little bit of your own here. Still a little bit of time left to go here for the Cougars.
Ball is loose, and that's how the Cougars scored their first goal, with a ground ball that trickled in and unsuccessful there. And now we're going to see Aubrey Stagger running all the way down the field, giving chase there. Ball is going to be almost picked up there by Portia Davis, and she gets it right back, though, splits the defense, and on a whistle. Stay here with the Cougars, and Portia passing over to LeConder. That goes over the head, and it's going to be chased down there by Emma Miller. Miller slips there on the turf, and let's see, it might have been a push there by Wise. Passing it back over to Holdsworth. 67 seconds on the shot clock, 2:40 left on the game clock. And another pass that just goes over the head of Gracie Keene. Cougars moving in a little bit closer, getting towards that 10-yard line, but then it's going to be picked up there by the Tigers. Nice defensive play by them. And we are going to get a timeout on the field by Wittenberg. So Averett hanging in there, fighting in the second quarter at the 2:22 mark. 6-2, Wittenberg leads. We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network after the break.
Is inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon. With affordable tuition and 24/7 support, it all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III, joined by Shane Mickle, as the Cougars trailed by 5 after the first quarter, but a very gutsy second quarter, and got to imagine that Coach Murphy talked to her squad and got them rallied up, Shane.
Yeah, definitely. After picking up a goal, needing that timeout with 2 minutes left to play, want to chalk another one on the board going into the matchup, maybe down 2 or 3 with 1 half to go, but a lot can happen here in 2 minutes.
A lot can happen in 2 minutes, and got to give a lot of credit to the freshman. Kylie McWhorter came in for Kaylee Joblin in the first quarter of play and hasn't allowed a goal. No announcer jinx here, hopefully, as the ball gets loose there, and I breathe a deep sigh of relief as this one is going to be moved past the 35-yard line by Holdsworth here. Holdsworth trying to find number 15, Gracie Keene. We dip under a minute 30 to go here in the second quarter.
Keene now here trying to get the offense going.
Keene's going to give way to Holdsworth now. Plenty of time, 60 seconds on the shot clock, and just over a minute, 10 seconds. Holdsworth now, stutter steps, moves inside, is swarmed, and loses the ball. Picked up, though, by Bolin. Great play to keep possession alive. Miller back to Bolin.
Bolin trying to make something happen here, trying to weave in and out.
Bolin gets a good opportunity there, and the pass inside. Ball is still loose and picked up there directly. Just 35 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Wittenberg, very quiet. Mentioned it, Shane, in the pregame. This is a team that scores a lot of goals, and it was looking like it was going to be that way in the first quarter, but Averett has tightened up on defense.
Yeah, scoreless here in the second quarter is Wittenberg so far. 15 seconds left, but on the offensive attack.
Chance to get a goal right before the intermission. That shot is going to be over the head of McWhorter and out of play, and the time will trickle down. 3, 2, 1. The air horn will sound, and that will do it for the first half of play. The Cougars were down 6-1 heading into the second quarter, but get a goal and hold Wittenberg scoreless in the second quarter of play. So we're going to take a quick break here on the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III, Shane Mickle, right back with you for the second half when we return after the break.
Sova Health has the heart care you need to stay healthy. As a Duke Health affiliate in heart care, they are backed by the latest Duke guidelines and research, providing our community with enhanced quality health care. Whether it's cardiac screening or emergency heart care at their accredited chest pain center, they provide quality treatment close to home. Sova Health, heart care to live your healthiest life. Visit online at sovahealth.com/heart.
Is inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in? Averett University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomasini III bringing you Tigers and Cougs as we head towards the second half of play. Averett down 6-2. A couple of stats for you. Averett was down 6-1 after the first quarter of play, but in the second, they held Wittenberg scoreless and won the quarter 1-0. So a defensive improvement for sure, as we'll have Faith Bolin now run it down, and Averett will be on the left side of your screen. Wittenberg will be on the right. Averett in navy and Wittenberg in white. Averett shots by period, 8-5 for Wittenberg in the first, and then Averett 5-4 in the second. Bolin now trying to move it inside towards the crease. A lot of cutting action down low, and that pass is going to be picked off by Aubrey Stagger. But for the goals, Averett, Gracie Keene with 1, and then Gianna Minafu with 1 as well. And then for Wittenberg, Wittenberg, Jessica Flick with 3, Anna Roller with 2, Alyssa Burnside with 2. No assist by the Tigers, so all those goals unassisted. And we'll have Anna Roller now spin moving inside, trying to get a look at the net. It's going to be passed back over to Krantz now, and see Jessica Flick there with 3 goals, just mentioned, leading both teams in scoring. Swarm there, double team. Nice job by the Cougars. And the shot is going to go back up to the 20-yard line, and Raymond. Shot is going to be up and saved there. Nice play. Ball is loose, and looks like Flick took a shot. But another great save there by McWhorter, getting it done. She came in for Kaylee Joblin, and Joblin, that first half, 5 goals against and no saves, and Coach Murphy made the change to Kylie McWhorter, and McWhorter has 4 saves and only 1 goal allowed. So Kaylee Joblin, obviously terrific goalie for this Averett Cougars squad. She's been doing it for a long time here, the senior out of Hopewell Junction, New York. But Coach Murphy thought it was appropriate to make a quick change here and read the game, and so far it's been working up to this point. But that shot is going to go up and down for the Tigers. That looked like Marin Raymond from Louisville, Kentucky. Confirm that for you in just a second, but that's going to be the first goal for the Tigers since the first quarter of play at the 12:24 mark. So Averett now trailing 7-2. Yeah, that was Marin Raymond, assisted by Anna Roller. It's going to be Raymond's 5th goal on the season. And so we're going to have another face-off for you here. Averett down 7-2 at Daly Field. And after a scoreless second quarter, Wittenberg gets right back on the board. But here comes Faith Bolin. Bolin pushing the issue towards the 15-yard line. Gets it back over to Cashman. Pass inside, and a whistle here. And here comes the rain. As mentioned it in the pregame, could play a factor. And it's coming down a little bit now at Daly Field. Held off for the whole first half, but now it's starting to come down at a steady pace. This one is going to be loose and fought for between Bolin. Averett regains possession here, and Bolin takes a shot, falls to the ground. Able to pick up her stick, and it's definitely going to be interesting here how Averett can play with their footing. We've seen a couple players slip in this one, but now with the rain coming down, it definitely play a factor as Bolin now with the ball. Wind blowing as well, so definitely some rough weather out there for the players. Averett down 7-2 in this one. Moved inside here by Cashman. Cashman trying to find a cutting Bolin inside towards the net, but the pass was picked off. Picked right back up by Averett, though. 70 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside again, and the Cougars just can't connect on those centering shots, but and now here comes the Tigers all the way down the field, sprinting back almost behind the net. Now a good chance here. Anna Roller getting it back over to Crayons now. Alyssa Burnside as well. Crayons now back inside here. Jessica Flick. Spin moving, cutting off. That ball is going to be loose, and a ground ball picked up there by the Cougars. Emma Miller. Correction there, that is not Emma Miller, that is LaConder picking that one up, and now the rain is pouring down here at Daly Field. Ball getting a little bit more slick, footwear getting a little bit more tough as Averett just moved a little bit closer towards the net. No shot there. Opts to pass it back. Bolin now looking for her first goal of the game. She's going to pass it inside, and it's going to be a whistle on the inside there and towards the crease. Possible penalty shot coming up here for the Cougars. Yep, it's going to be a penalty shot here, and that's going to be Suchek with possession, it looks like. Let's just make sure. Yeah, Suchek has the ball at her feet right now. She's going to pick it up and have a nice chance here to score a goal. Ava Suchek. And a stoppage in play here. Referees are going to talk it over. 55 seconds on the shot clock and 9:54 left on the game clock. Suchek waits. Now she picks it up. And I'm honestly not quite sure what's happening here. The goalie is behind Suchek now, and now she has a wide open net. Suchek is going to run in and put up the shot and score. So Suchek scores that one on the empty netter, and it gets the Cougars now down 7-3. I don't know if that's a rule change. I'm not a lacrosse expert, but that was interesting. The goalie was playing behind Suchek. Obviously a penalty shot inside, but she's able to take advantage of the open net and flush it down. So Cougars now down 7-3. Ava Suchek there, the freshman out of Nottingham, Pennsylvania, Oxford area high school, was able to get that one in. So now the Cougars with an answer, and Gracie Keene back for the face-off. Going to have a new player coming in. It's going to be Maddie Krasnow in for the face-off. So Krasnow versus Keene. Averett down by 4. And Averett will get possession off of the face-off. So another good opportunity here for the Cougs to cut into this lead. Pass inside over to Cashman. Back over to Miller. Suchek, who you just saw score her first goal of the afternoon just a few seconds ago. Back over to Bolin. Bolin surveys the defense, puts it inside. Ball is still loose and growled there by Recklery racing down the field is Haley Pittman. Pittman guarded tightly there by the Cougars. Minifu there. And that will give us our first timeout of the second half at the 9:13 mark. Averett trailing the Tigers 7-3. Thomasini III and the Averett Sports Network. We'll be right back with you after the timeout break.
Is inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential. With flexible online and on-campus programs, like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon. With affordable tuition and 24/7 support, it all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomasini III giving you Averett and Wittenberg action, non-conference lacrosse matchup here on the Averett Sports Network. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Averett down in this one by 4. Cut the lead down from 5, and this pass is going to be inside and just wide left there. That was number 6, Aubrey Stagger, moving it, but it's going to go right back to Maddie Krasnow. Krasnow looking around. It's going to push it more towards inside. 45 seconds left on the shot clock. There's Jessica Flick, leading goal scorer from both teams, as she spin moves around and tries to get out of the way of LeConder, freshman. Back over to Flick. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Going to be pushed inside there. Ball is going to be loose and picked up, though, by Stagger. Stagger back up top to Flick. Flick with just 15 seconds to work with here. Gets a screen in the middle. Moves it inside, and Flick with a bounce shot. Misses. Goes out of play, and shot clock is going to reset and head back over to Averett. So a nice defensive possession there by the Cougars. Not letting Jessica Flick score that goal. Back over to Keene. Keene scored the first goal of the game, and she launches it all the way down towards the 35-yard line to number 4, Tori. That pass heading over to Minifu, who had the Cougars' second goal. Back over to Gracie Keene and over to Faith Bolin. Bolin, plenty of time to work with as the rain is still coming down here at a pretty decent pace. Held off in the first half, but now the second half started and the waterworks are just coming all the way down. Faith Bolin with a nice spin move inside, goes to the left hand, is met by 3 Tigers. She's going to bounce it back out. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Good defense here by the Tigers. Bolin trying to ignore it and fight her way inside. Loses the handle of it, though. Ball is loose. Couple of players on the ground. And this one is going to head right back over towards the Tigers. So back-to-back really good defensive possessions by both teams. Not allowing a goal. It's been a pretty low-scoring game for the amount of opportunities that have been there for both the Cougars and the Tigers. This one's going to be loose. Emma Miller pushing the issue. Full court field action, I guess, if you will, is Bolin now fighting for it as well. And how about the energy from this Averett team right now? Torre now moving it along past the 10-yard line, getting it closer and closer. Suchek now posting up, puts up the shot. It's going to be a easy save there for Reckley. Cougars now still in possession of the ball. Bolin looking for her first goal of the day, and she gets it upper deck. Nice shot there by Faith Bolin. And the Cougars now only trail by 3, 7-4 lead. There she is, talking about her a lot during the pregame, and she's been getting really close. Each time she keeps moving it inside, and right there she finds the top shelf upper decky. Good move there. Tigers now, after leading 6-1, have seen their lead dwindle down. Going to have number 15, Gracie Keene, back for the faceoff. And now this next goal really becomes important. Again, the difference between 8-4 and 7-5 is pretty big as we head down the stretch here at 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Averett's battled their way all the way back. Just a little bit of work to do, though, as this one's going to be hit up in the air and loose, picked up here by Cashman. Morrow there, getting it over to Minifu, over still loose towards the 50-yard line, and picked up there by Pickerel. Pickerel now showing off her speed as she splits the defense of the Cougars, moving a little bit closer towards the net. Flips the stick and passes back up towards the top. Over into Aubrey Stagger. Roller now looking for a pass and shot inside. She finds it, but no shot there by Stagger. Instead, she opts to pass it back in towards the middle. Still a good shot, though. Ball's going to bounce out and go loose. That was Jessica Flick looking for her 4th goal of the day. 48 seconds left on the shot clock. Under 50 seconds to go on the shot clock here as that pass is going to go inside, trying to find the stick of Hyman there. Nice pass there to Faith Bolin, moving it past the 50-yard line. Bolin looking for her 2nd goal of the afternoon, just scored her first a few moments ago. Back over to Emma Miller and Torre. Gracie Keene getting involved as well. Cougars passing it around. Cashman back to Bolin. Bolin stutter steps, pass it back up top to Keene. Keene looking for her 2nd goal as well. Emma Miller spin moves back around. 43 seconds left on the shot clock. Bolin in possession now. Bolin gets an opening here, moving towards the net, but she's swarmed and hit, and see if that's a penalty shot. We'll find out here in a second. Nope, it's actually going to go the other way. It's going to go back to the Tigers, so no luck there for Bolin, and had a nice opportunity towards the net, but couldn't get the shot up, and the whistle blew and go right back to the right side of the field here with the Tigers. Tigers now moving it past the 10-yard line. Good shot there and a good score. Nice setup there and towards the middle by the Tigers, and that's a big-time goal. It extends their lead to 8-4. And they have an answer for Faith Bolin and the Cougars. Grace Heeman there getting that one in, the junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, Seton High School. Big goal, and now the Cougars trail by 4, and that's definitely a heartbreaker for them as they cut the lead down to 3. See Faith Bolin there and Torre talking it out towards the 35-yard line, just trying to get things settled down here. They cut the lead in half, but that's a big goal there by Heeman, and now she is on the board with her first goal of the game. Looked like Anna Roller got the assist on that as well, so nice display of passing, and the Tigers back up to a pretty comfortable lead at 4. This one is going to be hit up in the air. Ground ball picked up there by Bolin. Maybe. Still loose. And picked up there by the Tigers. So nice defensive play there on the double team on Bolin. Now they're running a fast break here. They've got numbers. Here comes Anna Roller. Roller looking for a centering pass. She's going to find it, but it's not going to hit the stick of Burnside there. Swarmed there, and a nice pass. Ball is going to be loose and picked up there. Nice play there by Holdsworth. Holdsworth now trying to find a Cougar to throw it to. She's going to launch it all the way across the field over to Emma Miller. Miller, ooh, almost good pass inside there to Cashman. Couldn't find her stick. This one's going to be moved inside. Numbers for the Tigers, and a shot. Top right shelf, found it there. And another goal here for Wittenberg, now extending their lead to 9-4. Grace Heeman there. Heard that name before. It just happened a couple of minutes ago. Her second goal in the matter of minutes. 2 big goals there to get some cushion over Averett. Now Averett's got to do some digging here to dig out of this hole that they have built. Score was 6-1 after the first quarter, and then Averett cut the lead down to 7-4. But now right back up to 9-4. So just about 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Trying to get a goal here before the quarter expires and gain some momentum, and you see there, oof, looks like Keene took a shot on that face-off. Let's see if there's a penalty. And she puts her mask back on, and looks like it's going to be a Tigers possession. You see Aubrey Stagger in possession of the ball. Stagger working against Torre. Splitting through Bolin and Keene. Moving it all the way inside. Wow, nice move there. Centering pass inside, but it goes wide of her stick. Corralled, though, by Krasnow. Krasnow back over to Raymond. Roller, who's done a terrific job at passing it inside. This one's going to be passed inside as well, and a nice save there Little rebound, though, back over towards the middle and finds the top shelf. Guess who? Grace Heeman again with her third goal in 3 minutes. Quick hat trick for her in the third, and Tigers have blown it open here. 10-4 with 22 seconds left in the third. Rain continues to come down here at Daly Field, and Averett trying to find an answer for Grace Heeman. It's a really tough save to make if you're McWhorter. That shot was placed pinpoint accuracy, top left shelf. So Averett now down 10-4 with 22 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Averett will win the faceoff here and start it up. 22 seconds. Got to work fast here if you're the Cougs. Keene moving it all the way across the field, trying to find Emma Miller, but to no avail. And Tigers will now run it back, and they can run this out if they want. Just under 10 seconds to go here in the third. And the clock hits 2, hits 1, and the air horn will blow. And that will do it for the third quarter. An eventful third quarter at that. Averett cut the lead down to 3, but not before Grace Heeman. 3 goals of her own to answer Averett's run. Tigers lead this one 10-4, and we will be right back with you on the Averett Sports Network for the fourth quarter and the conclusion of the Cougars and the Tigers when we return.
Sova Health has the heart care you need to stay healthy. As a Duke Health affiliate in heart care, they are backed by the latest Duke guidelines and research, providing our community with enhanced quality health care. Whether it's cardiac screening or emergency heart care at their accredited chest pain center, they provide quality treatment close to home. Sova Health, heart care to live your healthiest life. Visit online at sovahealth.com/heart.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III getting ready for the fourth quarter of play between Averett and Wittenberg. Averett getting ready to try to mount a comeback, down 6. As they cut the lead down to 3, and got me a little excited. I was on the edge of my seat. And then Grace Heeman answered with 3 goals of her own, 1-2-3 hat trick, and extended the lead back up to 6. And Averett has their work cut out for them as you see Aubrey Stagger there moving it inside. And if you can't see on our camera, the rain still coming down. It's been coming down really since the break started. It's got to be pretty wet down there on the field. And back in over to Alyssa Burnside. So Tigers definitely just going to keep passing it around here and try to drain this clock, get back onto the bus. Averett trying to cause chaos. This shot is going to be inside, and a great save there by McWhorter. She's been terrific since coming in for senior Kaylee Joblin. But here comes Flick looking for her 4th goal, and she's hit there, and it's the deck. A lot of Cougars involved in that play. Be picked up, though, by McWhorter. And back the other way for Averett, but similar to in baseball, sometimes a great pitcher kind of struggles, and then you got to take him out. You know, Coach Murphy saw that Joblin was struggling, 0 saves to 5 goals against, and I mentioned it before, Joblin is just a terrific goaltender for Averett. She's been for a very long time, the senior, but Murphy making the change in the 2nd quarter, and McWhorter has risen to the occasion and done a great job. So moving inside here, and the shot is up, and the shot is good. Torre puts it in. Nice shot there, cuts the lead to 5. Beautiful move inside behind the net, deceiving the defense and the goalie. And Torre gets it in. Ren Torre possibly starting something here for Averett in the rain. And so Averett now down 5-9. Another face-off coming up. And for Torre, that is going to be her 1st goal of the season, so hopefully many more for her. So face-off here for Averett, trying to continue this momentum here. Down by 5, but here comes Roller looking for an answer for Wittenberg. Back over to Flick. Flick now flicks it inside towards the middle here. Good defense, though, by the Cougars, not allowing anything towards the crease. Spin move here by Roller as she tries to move in. Tries to get it up top to Flick, but it's going to be picked off by the Cougars, and a ground ball still loose. This could be dangerous. And it's picked up by McWhorter and a whistle. So anxious moments down there for McWhorter and the Cougars defense. And it's actually going to be a penalty against Wittenberg. So we'll find out exactly what it is. Could have been a slashing. Find out. That's going to be number 2, Maddie Krasnow, picking up the penalty, and she'll head towards the penalty table. Cougars down by 5. 12:25 left to go in the 4th quarter. So, little stoppage and play here as get things sorted out. Averett will have the ball and trying to push it down the field. Right now, the ball rests in the net of McWhorter. So we're getting some word down there from the penalty table, and Ethan Stevens telling us that Kate Cashman picked up an unsportsmanlike penalty, 2 minutes, her second yellow, and then Maddie Krasnow also picking up an unsportsmanlike. So a lot of action down there towards the penalty box, and Averett will take possession. Bolin now trying to find it on her stick, and she does. Back over to Torre. Torre losing the ball there, and back the other way we go with McKee. Running down the field is Marin Raymond. Raymond had a goal earlier in this game. Back behind the net. And into Flick. And you see some of the players having a hard time getting the ball on their stick, and I think a lot of that can be attributed to the rain. So far, luckily, none of the players have slipped. Obviously, we've got great turf here at Daly Field. Very safe playing conditions for the players despite the inclement weather. This one's going to be moved inside, and a good opportunity. The bounce shot goes over the head of McWhorton. Taking their time here are the Tigers. 50 seconds left on the shot clock, and just over 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They lead by 5. Just trying to avoid any turnovers and stuff. And obviously for Averett, you want to cause havoc and maybe get a couple of fast breaks and opportunities inside the paint. But that's going to be a nice spin move in there by Flick. And oh my goodness, highlight reel shot there for the goal. Jessica Flick for her 4th. That was a terrific shot moving inside, and a really tough save there for McWhorton to make, and give Flick a lot of credit for that one. Lead goes up 11-5 now at the 10:22 mark in the fourth. Averett trying to climb out of the hole that they have fallen into here. At one point, the game was 7-4, coming back. And then Grace Heeman really did a good job at extending the lead and keeping the Cougars away from the lead. And Averett has not had a lead since 1-0 at the 14:03 mark in the first quarter. But still a lot of time left, and the conditions, anything's possible here. So going to have Keene back in for a face-off. It's going to go up in the air and picked up there by the Tigers. There's Roller. Roller is pressed there by Condor, excuse me. Condor's played pretty good defense. The freshman today has had a pretty good game. Haven't called her name a lot on offense, but on defense she has been showing up. So a couple of the freshmen for Averett really putting on today, as this one's going to be moved inside, and the shot is going to be a little bit wide left. There was Heeman again looking for her 4th. I think if you told anybody midway through the third quarter that Heeman would have 3 goals, I'd be pretty surprised, but she really came in strong there at the end of the third, and there she is again, picking it up, keeping it in, working against Portia Davis, trying to find somebody to throw it to. Portia's playing great defense there in that corner. Finally gets it back out. It's going to be Marin Raymond there. Tigers looking for more here. 11-5 lead. Passing it inside. Good defense, though, by Holdsworth. Another good defensive possession here by Averett, not allowing anything in close towards the crease. There's Aubrey Stagger. Back up to the top to Flick. Flick moves it inside, and puts up that shot and scores again. A flick of the stick there from Jessica Flick for her 5th goal of the day. Fired that one in with plenty of velocity, gets it past McWhorton. And now at the 8:42 mark, the game has been blown up 12-5. So a 5-1 run here by Wittenberg. And how about the duo of Grace Heeman and Jessica Flick? 5 goals for Flick and 3 goals for Heeman, combining for 8 total. This game, 8 of the 12 goals scored by 2 players. For this faceoff's going to go up and a whistle. See there, Stagger hit the deck. But regardless here, the Tigers are going to take the ball on the 20-yard line and try to continue the success that they have had in the 4th quarter. It was a rough 2nd quarter for Wittenberg, but came back in the 3rd. Those 3 goals by Heeman, and then trying to look for a little bit more here as that shot is going to go up, and the shot is going to go down there. That one looked like Anna Roller getting involved as well, so we'll confirm that for you here in just a second. But quite the run here. Yep, that was going to be Anna Roller, her 11th goal of the season unassisted, and now Averett trails in this one, 13-5 at the 8:06 mark. The rain just coming down here, and when it rains, it pours for Averett, and that has been the story here in the 4th quarter. Give credit to Coach Murphy's squad for sure coming back in that 3rd, but a little bit too much here by Wittenberg in the 4th. Still a little bit of time, though, here to right the ship. Face off here for Keene, working up against number 7, Alyssa Burnside. That one is going to be won there by Keene, but it's going to be taken right back by the Tigers, and they are just looking for more here, running all the way down towards the 20-yard line is Roller. Roller moments ago scored her goal, her 11th of the season. Back over to Burnside. Burnside moves inside, cut off there. Nice play there by Holdsworth. And I think the problem really in this 4th quarter for Averett has just been the time of possession. Really haven't had much time on the right side of the screen if you're watching at home. There is Marin Raymond back over to Flick. Flick looking for her 6th of the day. Instead, she'll pass it inside to Heeman, and Heeman puts it up, and Heeman scores. So, combo of Grace Heeman right now and Jessica Flick. Too much here for Averett. It's going to extend the lead up to 9, 14-5, 7:18 to go here at Daly Field. And so we're going to have another face-off for you in just a second, but see that sometimes in lacrosse, these duos really are hard to overcome, and right now, that is the story for Wittenberg. So another face-off here for Averett, but, you know, a chance to come back into the game in the 3rd, was down by 3, and now it's kind of gotten a little out of hand, but you still give a lot of credit to Averett for the fight that they have shown in this game on both sides of the field, defense and offense. So a team that, talked about it before, you know, came into this game with 40-plus goals scored on the year. And on the year, I mean 2 games played. So Wittenberg also 2-0 as Holdsworth is swarmed there. But Going to have Holdsworth here. Averett, down in this one by 9. Holdsworth holding the ball at the 45-yard line. Torre now moves it back inside towards the 10. And is probably going to pass it back. Yep, going to pass it back in towards the middle to Suchek. Suchek loses that, but it's going to be still loose, dangerous territory here for the Tigers. And Bolin is going to get into a little bit of a collision there with Ireland there. So just under 7 minutes to go here at Daly Field. Averett down 14-5. Here comes Ireland moving it all the way down the field. Bolin with a nice defensive play. Suchek now passes it back over to Holdsworth. Holdsworth back up top. Here comes a good opportunity here for Averett, and instead Keene will pass it back over to Holdsworth. Loses that one here. Ground ball. Let's see who picks it up. We're going to get a whistle. And it looks like, yeah, it's going to be the Tigers' ball. So fresh 90-second shot clock for them, and this one will be passed back up by Reckley. Moving it around there is Pickrell. Pickrell is met there by Holdsworth, but sheds that defensive play there. Moving it around here towards the net. Finds the stick of Alyssa Burnside there. Burnside back over to Marin Raymond. Raymond now with a nice open look at the net. She's cut off, though, nicely by the Cougars' defense. Heeman now is trying to find somebody to pass it to. Ground ball loose. Let's see if the Cougars can pick it up, and they do. Nice play there. Racing all the way down the field and past the penalty box. Trying to find somebody, and she does, but it's loose now and picked up there by Emma Miller. Whistle and maybe an offsides. 4:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're trailing by 9. So it's going to stay here with the Cougs. Suchek now, who recorded her second goal of her collegiate career earlier in the game, possessing the ball, passing it back over, centering pass inside, but it's going to be loose and still picked up there by the Cougars. Pass inside there. Holdsworth trying to keep it. 83 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Averett. Keene now. Keene to Holdsworth. Gets a nice little screen. Holdsworth moves it inside, and the shot is a little bit wide left. Pass inside there. Good shot and good score for the Cougars. Great passing inside. They look like Emma Miller putting that shot up and in. So Emma Miller getting on the board here late in the fourth quarter. Terrific shot, terrific pass, and that is exactly what Coach Murphy wants to see from her young squad late in the game. Despite the score being a little out of hand, gaining that momentum. Up there by Emma Miller, got to talk with Emma Miller before the season started about her personal goals, just trying to stay true to herself and even keel, and you see right there she's able to put that one in behind the net and get the goal. So Averett now trailing 14-6 at the 3:41 mark, the fourth quarter of play. Have another face-off here for you following the Averett goal by number 8, Emma Miller. Keene fighting for it there, but it's going to be picked up there by the Tigers. Wittenberg looking for an answer here as we dwindle down to the last couple of minutes of play here at Daly Field. A rainy Danville, Virginia. Game that has seen the Tigers explode early, and then in the second and third quarter, Averett hung tight. And here comes Heeman again there for a spin move inside and the goal. So Grace Heeman with her fifth goal of the day. Junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Seton High School getting it in there, and there's your answer from the Tigers, 15-6 now. Averett in danger of dropping to 0-2 on the very young season here, down by 9 with 3:08 left to go. And I sat down with Coach Murphy preseason. She talked about how there was going to be challenges, and one of the ways that Cougars are going to find their identity is how they come out of those challenges and battle back. And following, their first loss at home, 18-4, now trailing 15-6. Definitely some challenges here early in the season, but I'm sure this young squad will find a way to prevail, as this one is going to be loose and picked up there by Torre. Torre has a goal in this game. Possibly looking for more here as she's moving it back behind the net. But there's no question that, when you look down this list for Averett, there's a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the roster, and only a few upperclassmen, so definitely a team looking to restock with young talent here. And that shot is going to go a little bit wide left by Keene. Keene being one of those young talents, the freshman out of Columbia, South Carolina. Referee asking for a fresh 60 seconds on the shot clock. As we are just stepping under 2 minutes to go here. But yeah, Averett fell 18-4 against Piedmont in their opener on February 17th and haven't played since. They had a game at Methodist that was postponed. As this shot is going to go up and in. Faith Bolin there putting it in for her second goal of the day. Finds the top shelf over Reckley, and that is going to be the sixth goal of the day for the Cougars. So Averett now, Faith Bolin, 2 goals, and that is going to be Bolin's 5th goal of the season, leading the Cougars through 2 games. So, actually, 7th goal on the day for the Cougars, 5th goal on the year for Faith Bolin. Definitely going to be one of those players that Averett looks to lean on here as we head into the middle of the season. She's been a terrific scorer for this team ever since she came here, and now the junior out of Maryland taking a big leadership role for this squad of young freshmen and sophomores, and today leading the Cougars in scoring. So Faith Bolin, 2nd goal of the day, 5th of the year, and now Tigers will regain possession with just over 1 minute and 30 seconds to go here at Daly Field. But yeah, Averett had a game against Methodist on March 2nd that was postponed until March 12th. So for Averett, following this game here, was we're just over a minute to go. They'll head to Warren College on March 9th on Saturday at 1 p.m. That's going to be in Asheville, North Carolina. Methodist. And then we won't be back here until March 30th when Averett hosts Shenandoah at 11 a.m. on Saturday. So long break here for Averett, being home at least, as that's going to be a nice hit there by Hollinsworth. And that was Roller who hit the deck hard, trying to get up. Looks like she's going to be all right. And so we are at the 48-second mark here. But the next Averett home game will be senior day, so a lot of bus rides for this young squad coming up, and going to try to have to get some road victories and come back here home on March 30th with some dubs. But right now we're going to have a penalty shot here for the Tigers, and looking to get another one here. Is nice defense there, though, by the Cougars, and pushing it back up towards the top. Jessica Flick, the story of the game. 6 goals for her. See Burnside there moving it inside. Pass. Going to move all the way up and just missed the top shelf on the right side over to McWhorton. Under 20 seconds to go here. It's going to be moved inside. Burnside trying to find the handle of it. Still loose. Cougars fighting for it. Tigers regain possession. Shot is up and wide left. And we head under 10 seconds here, and that will conclude this one. Tigers will hold it. They'll celebrate near midfield, and the Cougars drop to 0-2. And for Wittenberg, traveling all the way from Ohio for this one, and it was worth it for them. They improved to 3-0. Averett Falls, and like I mentioned, they'll be back on Saturday at 1 p.m. at Warren Wilson College in Asheville, North Carolina. We won't be back here on the Averett Sports Network until March 30th. So Averett Falls in this one, 15-7 to Wittenberg College. Thank you so much for watching this installment of Averett Women's Lacrosse. My name is Thomas Heaney III. We'll be with you again on another day. So long, friends.